All right, so welcome everyone to Tuesday Night Yoga. So glad you were able to join us tonight. We have some challenging poses tonight, but mostly it'll be a great, balanced, calming class. So we are going to start in seated, and you can be seated on the floor like I am, or if you prefer, you can also be in a chair. We'll have a couple times throughout class where we are weight bearing on the wrists. So just a reminder, you can always come down to the forearms or just try puppy dog pose or child's pose instead, which are great back lengtheners as an alternate for downward dog. And then for those who are looking for modifications in the warrior series poses, you could always use a chair for extra support. You don't have to reach your hands all the way to the floor if we're going there. All right, so finding your comfortable seated position, you can close your eyes or lower your gaze. Take a moment to drop into the here and now. Adjusting your focus on the present moment. I was looking back on old classes this week and came across an old doom metal class we did with Yob. And there was a word that came up in one of the Yob albums I was listening to called Rigpa. It's a word that stems from some Buddhist traditions, and it means awareness of the ground. Take a moment to see if you can tune into that awareness. Maybe even imagine there's a grounding cord extending from the base of your spine, reaching deep down into the earth. You might even feel your hips soften and release a little bit as you sink your energy deep into the earth. Maybe imagine that grounding cord seeping out any tension, any stress. And imagine that cord sending in the opposite direction energy and vitality back into your body. Almost as if you're plugging yourself into the earth for a recharge. As you breathe here, you might feel your shoulders naturally begin to release and soften. You might feel any tension on your face gently start to melt away, maybe even turning into just the hint, suggestion of a smile about to form. Another translation for this word, Rigpa, is pristine awareness. So before we begin movement, let's just take one more minute here to become pristinely aware. Maybe first becoming aware of what you feel. Noticing the place where your body touches the floor, where your skin makes contact with your clothing, and where the air brushes against your being. become aware of what you hear, my voice, the music, and even the sounds of your own breath. Is there anything you smell? Is there anything you taste? And even with your eyelids closed, is there anything you see? Light or colors or shapes? When you're ready, you can flutter your eyes open, gazing down in front of you. Take a deep look at whatever is there. Whether it's a beautiful carpet or a photo or a pet or a piece of lint or a hairball, whatever it is, just observe it with equanimity. Not placing any judgment, just noticing. When you're ready, bring your hands in front of you, reaching down, feeling for the earth, the ground, and just round in. Relax your head and breathe. Sweeping your hands on the floor, reach your hands to the sides and then behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, chest comes forward, maybe a little gaze towards the sky. Breathing here, opening through your chest and shoulders. Keeping that contact with the floor, we'll just flow back and forth a couple more times. You can hold and breathe or move with your breath. And maybe for the last round, lifting your hands up off the floor. Now contesting with a little bit of gravity. And relax your hands by your sides. Take a deep breath in. Just gonna check our chats real quick in case anyone has suggestions for sound. Right. No comments, so hopefully that's a good thing. Bring your hands by your side once more and just drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Breathe down the side of your neck. And slowly, gently over to the other side. Once more, right ear to right shoulder. And left ear to left shoulder. Take your time, come on back to center, and we'll come forward for all fours. Little exercise to engage the core. Just a reminder, you can do this on your forearms. We're going to do a little up, up, down, down. So first, press into all 10 fingers here, almost like you're not just holding yourself on the floor, but you're pressing the floor away. Bring your knees about hips width or maybe a little closer. Engage through your core. And when you're ready, step your right foot back and your left foot. I'm just going to do a little up, up, down, down. Lower your right foot and lower your left knee, I meant. Keep going like that. One leg stretches back, then the other, and lower. This is a great option if you want to try plank, but you're not quite ready to hold for too long. You still get a little bit of that strength building. Great way to bring engagement to the core. This time we'll stay here and press all the way back to downward dog. Relax through your head. Upper body reaches to the lower body. On your inhale, shift forward to plank. Drop your right knee. Reach your left arm forward, up and over, making a big circle here. So your back foot can land flat and your right knee is bent. Maybe your foot is reaching back a little bit for more support. Couple more circles. Pressing your hips forward if you want to get a little bit more opening. And we'll switch sides. Taking your time in the center to readjust. And right foot reaches back. Left foot pivots behind you, and right arm takes a big circle. Come on, back to center. One more time with that core strengthening. This time, we'll do both feet up and down. So a little knee touch to the ground and lift. We'll just do 3 and 2 and 1 and lift up for downward dog. Slowly walk your feet to meet your hands. Come to forward fold. As you're ready, inhale, lift halfway, flat back, long spine. And exhale, fold. Slowly roll to stand. Arms reach overhead, and we'll keep going just like that. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. And slowly roll to stand. Keep going 2 more times. Notice in this rhythmic movement, if your mind starts to wander, can you bring it back to your breath? To the feeling of your body as it moves through space. And hands come to heart center. When you're done, you can pause and breathe. When you're ready, you can spread your feet a little bit wider. We're going to pivot for warrior 1. So this doesn't have to be a huge warrior one to start. We're going to keep the sun salute arms going with the legs now. So you can bend into your front knee, and you'll notice this is just a small warrior one that I have right now, since we're just beginning to turn on the balance. On your inhale, reach your arms overhead, straighten through your front leg. And on the exhale, hands come to heart center. Next inhale, we'll reverse. Hands reach to the sky. And exhale, arms float down and meet at heart center. Keep going just like that, either choosing one direction that you like or alternating each time. Straightening through the leg as you reach and then bending as you come down. One more round. From here, you can straighten your front leg, pivot the toes forward, and other side. Settling into your warrior one. And when you're ready, inhale to reach. Where can you engage to feel more strength in this movement? Maybe engaging through the core, maybe pressing down into the heels to take away any gripping from the toes. Last one. Straighten through your front leg and turn both toes forward nice and wide. We'll take a little standing moving twist here. Arms spread open like you're about to receive a hug. Remember those? And on your exhale, right hand is going to reach towards the left foot, or rather just in front of it. Stay here and breathe as you twist open. Gaze to the sky if it feels good, or keep your gaze down if that's a little more than feels good on your neck. On your next inhale, ground down into your heels, rise back up. Other side, left hand reaches. Breathing here, keeping your spine long, even in this twist. Inhale back to center. And right hand comes to the left side. Center once more. And last time, left hand comes to the right side. And finally, back to center. Hands come to the hips, take a deep breath in. Bend your knees and jump the feet together. All right, great job. So we'll come to the front of the mat. Let's see, am I crooked? I tend to move around on this carpet. My mat is like a little surfboard. Takes me on some journeys. There we go. Okay. Inhale, arms to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And fold. Plant your hands, step your left foot back for warrior two. So back foot is parallel with the back of the mat. We're gonna go right into side angle. So right forearm can come to the right thigh, and left hand reaches to the sky. Maybe stay here, or maybe extend that left arm long, reaching it overhead in a big line from the tips of the fingers to the outside edge of the foot. Breathe here. Peeling open through the shoulder, the left shoulder. And then we're going to rotate. Left hand comes to the floor. Back foot pivots so the heel faces back. And now right hand reaches to the sky. Right hand comes back to center. Hop that back foot in any amount and fold. Wide-legged forward fold. Just relax through your head and neck. Bend into your front knee and step your right foot back, coming down for a low lunge. Drop your left knee. Stay here if you'd like, or walk your hands up to your thigh and drop the hips maybe a little bit further. Just breathing. Hands come down and rock back, toes to the sky. Maybe staying long through the spine as you reach your head towards your foot. And then rounding over, relaxing. Shift forward once more. Lift your back foot, tuck your back foot, lift your back knee. Plant your hands, step back for plank. Hold here for just a breath and lower all the way to your belly. Squeeze your legs nice and tight. Press the tops of your feet into the ground. Press your hips into the ground. Hands come by your sides, elbows tucked. On your inhale, Cobra. Lift your head and shoulders. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. When you're ready, lower down. Drop your forehead to the mat. Take a couple breaths. Release through your legs. Then as you're ready, press yourself back to child's pose. Spread your knees nice and wide, big toes come together to touch. Sit back and drop your forehead to the floor. When you're ready, walk yourself back up to kneeling. Knees come to hips width apart. We'll take a little flag flow here. So bringing the hands by your sides, allow your fingertips to slide forward as you lift up to kneeling. Fingertips reach to the sky on the inhale. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, reach. And exhale, float your hips back down. Hands reach behind your back and forehead to the floor. Inhale, sweep the hands to the sky. Exhale, shoulders squeeze together. Big exhale for goddess. Inhale, reach. And come on back down all the way, forehead to the mat. One more round. And this time, when your forehead kisses the mat, you can stay and just breathe. Just as we imagined before with the grounding cord, maybe feeling that connection of forehead to floor. Imagine any tension, anything that doesn't serve you, just melting from your body down into the earth. When you're ready, come on back up and bring your left foot forward. We're going to do that same series on the other side. So setting up for warrior two, right foot is parallel at the back of the mat. Front foot, left foot faces forward. Left forearm comes to the thigh. And right hand reaches to the sky, opening through the chest and shoulder. Or maybe reaching that right arm up and over. Feel that long line of energy from the outside edge of your foot to the tips of your fingers. One more breath here, and we'll switch. Right hand comes to the floor, pivot your back foot, heel faces back now, and left arm reaches to the sky, big twist. You can always lower your back knee too here if this is a little more than you're looking for. One more inhale. Come on back to center, drop your back knee, and walk yourself up to your left thigh, maybe sinking a little deeper down into that lunge. And your back foot can stay tucked or untucked, whichever you like here. Hands come down to the floor and rock it back, extending through the front leg, toes to the sky. Extend through your spine and maybe rounding over to release. Shift your weight forward once more. Tuck your back toes if they're not already. Lift your knee. Hook your foot in just enough so you can come to that wide-legged forward fold. Or I should say split-legged forward fold here. Plant your hands down and slide your left foot back for downward dog. Bring your big toes together to touch, reaching your hips high to the sky here. Ground down through your left foot and extend your right foot back and up, keeping your hips square. So even if that means your leg doesn't go as high as it could go. When you're ready, squeeze your right knee into your chest, come forward for plank, and just drop it down, coming to pigeon. Maybe take a breath or two here. And then as you're ready, if you have the space, you can come down to your forearms and maybe all the way down to your forehead. Breathing here, just letting go. When you're ready, slowly walk your way back up. Take your time sliding your right foot back. Maybe take a cat-cow in the middle. And then when you're ready, tuck your toes and lift your hips for downward dog. Bring your big toes together to touch. This time, right leg grounds and left foot rises. As you're ready, shift forward for plank, hug your left knee in, and drop it down for pigeon. Notice maybe if one side is a little bit different from the other. And as you're ready, you can come down to your forearms or maybe even your forehead. When you're ready, take your time walking your way back up and just swaying your right leg around to come to cross-legged. If you're in a cold spot like I am, you can go ahead and add your socks back on or another layer. From this cross-legged position, we'll just take a couple big circles. So reaching the body forward, left, back, right, and forward. And reverse, other direction. One of my wonderful classmates calls this the kind of the churning of the energy. So if you have energy that's not exactly energy that's serving you well, there's a way to kind of dislodge it. Churn it up so that it can find its way out. And come back to center. Make any adjustments to make yourself comfortable. Allow yourself to ground down into the floor. Close your eyes. Grow tall through your spine and long through your neck. Relax your shoulders. Coming back to that word from the beginning of class, Rigpa, one other translation I found is knowing of the original wakefulness that is personal experience. My practice and training is in yoga, not in Buddhism, but I did study a little bit of Buddhism in college because I was a religion concentration. And what I found is that most religions are saying about the same thing, and yet words never quite do the trick. But especially Buddhism and yoga, they all are talking about coming into the present and letting go of anything that is unreal. The stories we build up of who we are, we can let them go so that in the present moment, we can react as we truly are in that moment. At the beginning of class, we focused on each sense, one after the other. See if you can take just a few moments in meditation here to observe all the senses at once. Or maybe none of the senses, but seeing if you can just observe your experience of being without focusing on one sense, without judging what you sense, just being. Just allowing yourself to be present with what is. Keeping your eyes closed if you'd like, bring your hands to heart center. Allow yourself to grow even taller, relaxing through your shoulders. Press your palms together just a little bit and see if you can find that deep place of strength right in the center of your core. Bringing a little bit of engagement, see if you can twist your palms, your hands, to face towards your left knee. If you're compromising posture by curling your shoulders, no worries, just back out a little bit. Keeping that long spine, can you twist a little further? And back to center. Breathe here. One more time, bringing that engagement. This time, turning your upper body towards your right knee. Notice if you're leaning in one direction or the other. See if you can keep your heart over your hips and your head over your heart. As you make that adjustment, maybe twisting a little deeper. And unwind back to center. Extend your fingers to the sky. And bring your palms by your sides. All right, let's come all the way down to lying on the mat. We have just one more active pose, a bridge pose. You can bend your knees, bring your heels up by your sit bones, hands by your sides, palms face down. You can tuck your shoulder blades under a little bit, and when you're ready, press down into your heels to lift your hips just a little bit to start. Maybe tucking your shoulders under a little bit more, lifting your hips higher. Keep your chin tucked so you're long through your neck, and maybe turning on a little bit of glute strength here. Lift the hips even higher. We'll take just 3 deep breaths at the top. And lower down. Bring the soles of your feet together to touch. Knees come out wide. Reclined cobbler, or butterfly pose, or Baddha Konasana. Bring your hands to your hip creases here and just give yourself a little massage. And then bring your hands all the way up to your head. Fingertips meet at the center of your forehead and gently swipe to your hairline a couple of times. Make some circles around your eyes, starting at the crown, or the bridge of your nose rather, and swiping around your eyebrows and all the way down, just gently, barely any pressure. And then using your fingertips to massage some circles around your jaw. Maybe massaging the base of your neck, where your neck meets your head, and where your neck meets your shoulders. Relax your hands, open your arms wide, bring your knees together and hug them into your chest, or rather, just kind of bring them in towards your chest. You can rock a little side to side. And then turn your palms towards the floor for extra support. We'll just drop the knees over to the right. Breathing here, maybe gaze to the left. Just letting go, releasing your whole body to the floor. Gaze comes back to center. Deep breath in. And on your exhale, let your legs guide you to center. And over to the other side. Maybe turning your gaze to the right as you breathe here. Bring your gaze to center, your legs to center. Take any final movements that feel good here. When you're ready, you can come to your final resting pose, Savasana. I'll sit up so you can hear me, but you can stay lying down. Feel free to add a sweater or a blanket or anything that feels good here. When you're ready, close your eyes. Relax your entire body down to the floor. Maybe coming back to that vision of a charging station, allowing the earth to just gently seep up anything within you that isn't serving you, any tension, any pain, any thoughts that you don't need. And feel some energy coming back into you from the earth that is healing, a kind energy. And take a moment here, just feeling your body becoming recharged. Notice if there's anywhere in your body you're still holding on, maybe not trusting the ground to fully hold you. And just send some love. And maybe even repeat the words to yourself, it's okay to let go. In this moment, I am supported. I am safe. while you relax. Maybe tune in to my words if you'd like. And I'll share a poem by Dogen. This poem is called Enlightenment is Like the Moon. Enlightenment is like the moon reflected on water. The moon does not get wet, nor is the water broken. Although its light is wide and great, the moon is reflected even in a puddle an inch wide. The whole moon and the entire sky are reflected on one dewdrop on the grass. You can keep focusing on your breath, or if you'd like, tuning in once more. I'll repeat. Enlightenment is like the moon reflected on water. The moon does not get wet, nor is the water broken. Although its light is wide and great, the moon is reflected even in a puddle an inch wide. The moon and the entire sky are reflected on one dewdrop on the grass. In this way, we can seek out beauty, goodness, even God in the very smallest, the very tiniest pieces of life sometimes. And in this way, we can reflect it back in everything we do, even the most mundane. We can reflect our goodness even in the way we handle a teacup or a coffee mug, as we wash it out from use, in the way that we sit up or get down from a meal. We can reflect it in the way we answer our telephone, in the way we roll our yoga mat, in the way we take this very next breath. Can you take your next breath with awareness of the earth beneath you? Is it possible to take a kind breath? Take another moment here to just keep relaxing, either letting your thoughts go or reflecting on anything you might have heard tonight that was helpful. another deep breath or two. And when you're ready, you can begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes and slowly roll to one side and all the way up to seated. When you get to seated, you can bring your hands to heart center. This week, may you find greater awareness. May you find a deeper connection with the earth beneath you. And may you find peacefulness. Thank you so much for practicing with Matt and I tonight. Namaste. All right, everyone, have a wonderful night. It was great having you. And of course, let me know if you have any questions or requests for next week.